Going to change to the Build episode now. On BBC One has Panorama uncovered the whole truth.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Vine and this is Panorama. We had a picture and now we have a name, Peter.
Well, I got to say sorry too, you know. I should have been there for him. I should have been. I was, but I wasn't allowed to be there.
Social workers have been sacked, ministers have acted and reports have been written. But have we heard the whole story about baby P?
Had that been disclosed, there is a very good chance, in my judgment, that that little boy would now still be alive.
It's not quite time to draw the curtain on the baby P story, which threw child protection so dramatically back into the spotlight. Later this month, his mother, her boyfriend and their lodger will be sentenced for their part in making his short life so painful and so tragic. Tonight, we reveal more details from our own investigation, which sheds new light on just how much information social workers had about the family and raises new questions about why they couldn't save little Peter.
Here in his own home, baby Peter should have been safe. His is a story of neglect, abuse, missed opportunities, then national outrage. His ribs were cracked, his back broken, 50 injuries scarring a tiny body. His mother didn't protect him. She lied and lied to hide the boyfriend who abused her son. Social workers, doctors and police didn't manage to protect him either, even though they knew he was at risk.
There isn't the evidence for anyone to lose their job. If there was, that would have happened.
There was no sorry. Haringey Council said it did all it could. But this tragedy ignited the anger and distress of strangers. Many professionals failed baby P, but the spotlight fell on the usual suspects, the social workers.
This is a story about a social services department that gets £100 million a year and can't look after children. That's what this is about.
In Haringey, within weeks, there were sackings, resignations, and the words sorry.
We are truly sorry that we did not do no more to protect him.
And Peter's life of abuse put child protection across the country under scrutiny.
It is our first duty in government and as a society to do all we can to keep our children safe.
Later this month, the people responsible for Peter's death will be sentenced. For legal reasons, we still can't see the faces of his mother or her boyfriend. He was also found guilty last week of raping a little girl. Their lodger, Jason Owen, will also be sentenced over Peter's death. That might have been the closing chapter in the story of baby P. But tonight, Panorama can reveal the story that hasn't been told. It centres on the boyfriend. Haringey Council has maintained he was hidden, making it impossible to assess the dangers baby P faced. But was he really invisible? Peter was first taken to hospital in December 2006. He had a bump on his head and bruising across his nose. His mum claimed only she and his grandma looked after him. Both were arrested, and he was placed on the at-risk register. But how hard was this fractured family trying to hide the boyfriend? I've been to meet Peter's grandma. This is the first time she's spoken on television. She says social workers asked her about a man her daughter described as just a friend. She told them what she could, with her daughter listening upstairs.
But she did tell me not to mention the boyfriend. What I did say was he's there more often than me. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if he had moved in. because I wasn't 100% sure. Because that time all his stuff wasn't in there at that time. You understand? It's only after this that he moved in properly.
Last November, Haringey told us they had no record of this conversation. As Panorama revealed then, almost immediately there were splits over the case. A senior social worker wanted Peter taken into foster care, but she was overruled. So he returned to his mother. The boyfriend was probably staying overnight by then. She's certainly telling chatroom friends about him.
No longer with my ex-husband. Have now met someone lovely.
Those who know the boyfriend say he's a loner with learning difficulties. He struggles with depression and has a fascination with knives and the Nazis. The grandma was worried and increasingly shut out of the family.
Everything he talked about was violence. That's all he ever talked about in my company was violence. My grandson started getting frightened of the boyfriend, and he was scared of the boyfriend. When the boyfriend come in the door and the boy would be over there, and I'd be here, he comes crawling over to me, scream for me to pick him up and hide behind me.
But is it just that early mention of the boyfriend that was missed? Panorama has discovered information that Haringey didn't reveal about Baby P's case and the missed opportunities to save him. These are the now disused offices where the social workers who were protecting Peter were based. Panorama has discovered that the social workers here were piloting a new way of working with the parents of at-risk children. It's called solution-focused brief therapy. And the idea is that rather than dwelling on a family's problems, you ask